Good day, everyone. I am Wendy Lotivio, a teacher of Albay Central School. It is an honor to share with you my study entitled Indigenized Game-Based Learning in Grade 6 Science. This is a master's thesis for the degree of Master of Arts in General Science Education. The following are the bases of this study. Article 14, Section 10 of the Philippine Constitution mandates that the state shall give priority for research and development, invention, innovation, and their utilization, and to science and technology education, training, and services. Republic Act 10533, otherwise known as Enhanced Basic Education Act, implies that the curriculum shall be flexible enough to enable and allow schools to localize, indigenize, and enhance the same based on their respective educational and social contexts. According to Giddings, the learning results with expensive equipment are no better than with a simple equipment. Games have the potential to help students to develop higher order thinking skills. There are some confronting issues in delivering science education, such as the Department of Education reports a serious lack of science laboratories in both elementary and high schools all over the country. The lack of science education facilities is reflected on the poor quality of basic science and math education as reflected in the National Achievement Test for Grade 6, and the reality that Albay Central School has no laboratory room. Hence, the science laboratory facilities are kept in some classrooms and are insufficient to a big population of pupils. This study aimed to develop an indigenized game-based instructional material for teaching grade 6 science of Albay Central School. Specifically, it sought answers to the following questions. 1. What instructional material may be developed to enhance the competencies of the pupils, integrating the following features? A. Improvisation. B. Indigenization. 2. What lessons using the developed instructional material may be developed with the following features? A. Game-based strategies. B. Indigenization. C. Learner-centered activities. And D. Students' collaboration. 3. What is the effectiveness of lessons in enhancing level of proficiency of the pupils in understanding different types of mixtures and their characteristics, interest in science, and social skill? The child's cognitive development, experiential learning, and social learning all contribute to his holistic development, which can be reflected by his performance. The use of the ADI, or analyze, design, develop, implement, and evaluate model, assures that the instructional process delves into the needs, learning objectives, and desired outcomes so as to create indigenized game-based learning materials suitable to the subjects of the study, which will likewise contribute to his performance. The developed instructional material features improvisation and indigenization. The lessons developed highlight the following features: game-based strategies, indigenization, learner-centered activities, and students' collaborations. The effectiveness of both the developed instructional material and lessons were measured in terms of level of proficiency in the different types of mixtures and their characteristics, interest in science, and social skills. This study employed mixed methods, specifically the developmental descriptive method and a quasi-experimental method. It involved the two grade 6 classes of Albay Central School during the school year 2018-2019. One class served as the control group, while the other as the experimental group. Diagnostic tests, pre-test, and post-test were the primary sources of data. Other sources of data were the lessons using the PSP, pupils' journal, informal interview, observers' feedbacks, and teachers' observation. The data were analyzed and presented using t-test for independent samples, t-test for paired samples, and effect size. Based from the data gathered, here are the salient findings, conclusions, and recommendations. For Objective 1, findings were the Portable Science Playhouse or PSP was developed as an indigenized game-based material integrating improvisation and indigenization to enhance the competencies of the pupils in understanding the different types of mixtures and their characteristics. Also, the PSP was improvised through the use of recyclable and indigenous materials. As a conclusion, the PSP is an alternative, improvised, and indigenized game-based instructional material in teaching science for grade 6. It is hereby recommended that Portable Science Playhouse be used in teaching science involving mixtures as a main instructional material or as a supplementary material in teaching mixtures. Here is the picture of the Portable Science Playhouse with its parts. For Objective 2, the findings were 5 lessons were developed using the PSP, integrating game-based strategies and indigenization. All the developed lessons using the 5Es instructional model employed learner-centered activities and students' collaboration through the games and indigenized activities. Conclusion: the lessons using PSP as alternative instructional material integrating game-based strategies, indigenization, learner-centered activities, and students' collaboration were effectively used in PSP-based learning. As recommendation, the proposed lessons using the PSP integrating game-based strategies, indigenization, learner-centered activities, and students' collaboration may be used for further validation and refinement. Findings for Objective 3 were the grade 6 pupils from the experimental group had moderate proficiency level or near mastery level in the 5 skills. The control group had moderate proficiency or near mastery level in the 4 skills and low proficiency or low mastery level in 1 skill. The lessons using the PSP-based learning and the conventional one were both found effective. However, it was revealed that the lessons using the PSP was more effective than the conventional one. Conclusion: both the PSP-based learning and the conventional way were effective in enhancing the mastery level of the grade 6 pupils in the different types of mixtures and their characteristics. But PSP-based learning was found to be more effective in enhancing the level of proficiency of the pupils in the 5 skills. Teachers may consider using both lessons using PSP and the conventional strategies in teaching about mixtures. On the effectiveness of lessons in enhancing interest in science and social skill, results showed that the jurors' observations and feedbacks affirm the teacher's observations and the pupil's self-reflection, that the PSP-based learning enhanced the pupil's interest in science and social skills. As a conclusion, the lessons using PSP or PSP-based learning were effective in enhancing interest in science and social skills of the grade 6 pupils based on jurors' and teachers' observation and pupils' reflection. As a recommendation, the material and the lessons developed can be adapted for use by teachers and student teachers in Science 6 in enhancing the interest in science and social skills of the pupils. Here are pictures that show that the lessons developed enhance the pupils' interest in science, social skills, and students' collaboration. These are some of the references used in this study. That ends my presentation. Allow me to thank BUEMD, Albay Central School, and most especially my thesis advisor, Dr. Rebecca Rosario Bercasio, for this opportunity. To all the viewers, thank you for watching.